Well, more or less. Stay with me. Let me introduce to you this beauty. Alright. Okay, this is not actually, of course, the actual Paul McCartney first guitar, but this is very much the pretty same model. This is a Framus Zenith Model 17 from the early 60s. At least that's what I've been told. And this is a pretty unique find. So yeah, I got it off eBay from a seller from Frankfurt. I'm currently living in Austria, in Salzburg. And this guitar is from the early 60s and it has quite a pretty unique story. This was previously owned from the state of, let me say it right, I have it right here. Yeah, this is from the state of Volker Kriegel, I think that's how it's pronounced, which is a pretty famous and known jazz guitarist from Germany. And yeah, he used to own this and he gifted it to a sound engineer in the early 90s, that's what I was told. And now somehow I ended up with this in my hands. But of course, the reason I actually was after this model is because of this pretty young fella right here. So Paul McCartney got this guitar back in 1957, I believe. He traded in for, this is the story that has always been told, he traded in for his trumpet that his dad gifted him for his 14th birthday. He asked him if that was alright because he wanted to sing and play at the same time, and of course with a trumpet, not so easy to do. And he got this beauty, he got this kind of model like Framus Zenith. They were called Framus in Germany, they call them Zenith overseas in the UK. And yeah, he got the models 17 back in the Quarrymen, and he's most famously known because this is the guitar that supposedly he played when he first met John Lennon, and he impressed him by the way he played. Not only did he play that, he could also remember the lyrics to 20 Flight Rock. So it only seems right to try that thing. Well, I believe this was a pretty spectacular opportunity that I got to find here to own this piece of music history. It's in a very good condition considering the time that this guitar supposedly has. I believe that Paul still owns his first own Zenith model. He actually sanded it off, like in the video, in the music video of Early Days. You can see him playing this guitar, and also back in the anthologies that is being released now this year, re-released this year, he explains a little bit more about the story about this guitar and he plays it. But yeah, more stories about this guitar. I believe that Paul wrote his first song here, I Lost My Little Girl, and yeah, he then went on and put a pickup and connected it right in. He actually removed the pickguard, which is not faithfully to the one that he had back in the Quarrymans. But yeah, he removed it, as you can see in some of these pictures. But yeah.
Well, I wake up late this morning, my head was in a whirl, but then I only realized I lost my little girl. Oh, 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 oh.
So yeah, this guitar has been a big part of the beginning of the Quarrymen, the early Beatles, Super Beatles. Yeah, you can imagine, like, I saw records that Paul mentioned that he basically wrote songs like I'll Be On My Way and beginning of songs from I Saw Her Standing There, and yeah, you can imagine all the songs that he actually played for and with the Quarrymen, like In Spite of All the Dangers, in the anthology. So one can only imagine what this sound, this guitar sounded like back then. That actually encouraged him to write these tunes. And yeah, here is a little snippet of that.
The sun is fading away, but that's the end of the day. As the July turns into moonlight, I'll be on my way. Just one kiss and I'll go, and hide the tears that I show. As the July turns into moonlight, I'll be on my way.
So, thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions regarding this guitar, hit me up in the comments. I will be happy to answer them. And hopefully, maybe in the future, you will be able to see a bit more of this guitar in action. It's just lovely to play. It has nice surrounding sound, and it has that kind of metallic sound that, you know, I'm biased. I'm gonna love it regardless. And also the optics are amazing. So yeah, I will see you next time, and thank you so much again. Bye bye.
Well, my